Hey everybody, Jess here, Key Tarot. Welcome to you all. This is going to be a real quick general reading. I hope it has the good vibes for you. I love you all very much. Thank you for all your likes and subscribes. Let's say a quick blessing and we'll get rolling, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. I just want to thank you guys all for your very kind comments, by the way. I appreciate you. I'm going to use the Star Power Tarot to start. What we have going on out there, eh? All right. Wow. Very good. I love this. So I'm reading for someone who is very psychically developed, very intuitive, very gifted. I have the High Priestess out here. That's Piscean energy. And I have the Nine of Cups under it, which is wish fulfillment. This is something that you've been hoping for, maybe something you've even been praying for. Find out what it is. How about that? I feel like I'm reading for someone who spends a lot of time in isolation, not necessarily because you don't like people, but you might be a little bit introverted. You might be someone who right now is going through something, or maybe you've been through something where you just kind of feel like closing your doors and windows to the outside. I don't feel like it's a negative space. I feel like it's possibly self-protective, but also just kind of in your nature to be that way. You may be someone who feels like you often have a lot of eyes on you, and you may feel like sometimes that gets to you a little bit. You may have recently been through a breakup or some kind of heartache, and maybe that's why you're kind of isolating a little bit. I feel like you're about ready for some kind of a rebirth inside of you. It feels like, because I've got this Judgment card here followed by preceded by this Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, I always call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, because at some point it comes for all of us. It feels like a bad breakup. It feels like an ending. This could have been in a relationship. This could have been with a career, even in a friend group, something like that. But with this Judgment card, that's resurrection energy. And it's kind of that you've seen everything that you need to see. And I feel like I'm reading for someone who has worked very hard to balance themselves within themselves. I'm seeing the number 42 on the book that this High Priestess is holding. That may be a number of significance to you. Wow. Okay. So talking about whatever this ending was that you went through, it required a lot of your strength to get through it. Strength is Leo energy. And that was, that's been the last month that we've been in Leo. So this may have been something that was a recent development in your life. Maybe it was very painful. Maybe it was very stressful. Maybe you felt like you had a lot of people's eyes on you while you were going through something difficult. That's hard. That's a hard situation. I get it. I feel like you are on the cusp of creating wealth in your life as well. You may have been struggling financially for a while. I feel like you are about to start working on a team that is very beneficial to you, both for your emotional stability as well as your financial stability. This is good news. I feel like part of this kind of isolating energy that you have going on here is getting rid of folks that aren't really necessary in your life anymore, cutting people out, like quite literally, this card. Now this is the Five of Swords, right? Yes. And that can oftentimes indicate harsh words. It can indicate like arguments, things like that. I'm not sure that that's what's necessarily happened, but in specific to this Star Power deck, this card denotes more of just cutting out situations from your life that are no longer beneficial to you. I feel like you've done that. Very good. And definitely had to walk away from things that were no longer benefiting you. They may have seemed comfortable at one time, but it's time to turn the page, I feel, and I feel like you are already doing that. This Judgment energy it's almost the last card of the major arcana. It's like one card away. The World card is the final card in the major arcana of a deck of tarot. The Judgment card is the number 20. The World card is 21. So it's like you're one step away from like closing the book on that story. And I feel like you're ready to start something new. You may have also been dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety lately. This is like pins and needles. This can be panic attacks. This can feel like you can see how many hands are around this poor woman's throat, right? That feels like maybe that's something that you were feeling. Maybe you were feeling like too many people were after your attention or needing things from you. And maybe that's another reason why you've self-isolated. And it's like you gave up on the conflict. I've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. It's like you decided it wasn't worth your time anymore. It wasn't worth your energy more, and you weren't getting anything out of it. Whatever this situation was, it made you feel vulnerable and exposed. I'm seeing like people who are full of a lot of holes here, and you may have felt that way during this cycle, whatever you're closing out now. Emphasis on the word vulnerability. Oh my gosh. And you know, not everyone's going to understand what you're going through, and it's not anybody's business. Yeah, but yours. And I feel like you've done a good job managing this for yourself. The people who love you will always love you. The people who don't, forget about it, right? Thank you. Some of you are choosing to physically relocate with the Six of Swords. Some of you are being forcibly relocated. I don't know where that applies to you, but it feels like you're taking only the important things, the important people with you. And it's time to move forward. The Six of Swords is about moving forward physically. We got jumpers here. You weren't planning for this. You weren't expecting this. This kind of came out of left field for you. Oof. I'm hearing the words harsh reality. I'm sorry, kiddos. I'm sorry that this has happened. I feel like you're headed towards a much, much better place. And I understand that you've gone through all of these things, but really and truly, your actual state is one of extreme independence, as well as a lot of wish fulfillment headed on its way towards you. Like I said, I think you're on the cusp of your finances improving, your household improving, your physical health improving. I feel like the people that are coming into your life in the near future are going to be very beneficial to you on this journey that you are taking. I have the moon here. That's Cancerian energy. Some of you may be addressing some mental health issues that have come up because of this situation, or maybe they were there before, who knows. Also, there are a lot of things that are unknown about this situation, where you're headed next. You may have some fearful thoughts about what will happen next, what's going to come next. Don't fuss about it. Don't worry about it. You are going to be very, very protected, and you will be very gifted if you just put one foot in front of the other. Maybe you won't have the whole thing sorted out right now, but you will make one step at a time, and you will find yourself eventually to be in a whole new place. And I feel like you've already tackled that energetically within yourself. And I think now it's time to just start putting one foot in front of the other in a more physical realm. Wow. Some of you, whatever this situation was, it made you feel like a real failure. And I'm going to be really honest with you. The words that I was hearing instantly when this card flew out, it's the Ace of Wands in the reverse. In addition to maybe feeling like you failed either in a relationship or a partnership or a situation, some of you may have been affected quite physically. What I was actually hearing was sexually transmitted diseases. That may have been something that occurred in your life because of this situation. I hope that is not the case. But it just feels like you have come out of something that was really awful to have to deal with. And it feels like there are a lot of regrets about this. I got a lot of fives in here. 5, 5, 5. Chaos and conflict that bring change. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. I was thinking to myself, okay, well, where are we headed next? I have the Wheel of Fortune here that comes out in the upright position. This is a card of change. change, of direction. The wheel of karma, what comes up must come down. And just like a continual movement of energy in your life. The Wheel of Fortune, when it comes out in the upright position, is a very good sign that things are going to be changing in a positive way for you in your life. I'm so relieved. Because this is kind of a dark tale that is woven here for one of you, and maybe more than one of you. I don't know what y'all are really going through out there, but this is rough stuff, and I understand why you are not inclined to be real open with a lot of people about some of the things that you've been going through here. I get it. But you are on the way towards a massive amount of change. A big shift is what I'm hearing, a shift to your reality that's very good. And you're like, thank God, because I can't take it anymore. I can't do another single darn thing. I get it. I see you separating yourself from a lot of people and possibly even taking a break from work. I just saw 1111 on the counter. Possibly taking a vacation of some kind if you are able. If you do, I think it will be kind of a solitary trip. Maybe some of your very closest friends perhaps, but for a lot of you, very solitary energy here. I think I need to get another deck and clarify because I think this one is spent. Aw, well, that's fair. I got the Three of Wands in the reverse. Good. That tells me that you just don't know where you're headed right now. And you don't know what the solutions are going to be, and you're just kind of unsure about the future right now. I get it. But I have this Star card over here, and I can tell that your hopes and your dreams are starting to become more apparent to you as each day goes by. I can tell that you're starting to rebuild yourself. I can tell that you're starting to kind of envision a new future for yourself. Some of you have some addiction issues, or it's possible, not necessarily for all of you, that you feel like you need to clean up before you can take the next step in your life. Some of you are ready to work almost obsessively about this new beginning in your life. Some of you are cleaning out closets. Some of you are taking things to the donation bins. Some of you are just getting rid of things, throwing things out that no longer are necessary in your life, like a chain around your neck. And I feel like it's really healthy for you to be doing this. I just see like a mass clean out of you inside and out. All right, let me get another deck to clarify. Let's use this Alice in Wonderland Tarot, or it's the Tarot of Wonderland by Barbara Moore, pardon. I always like to tell you which decks I'm using in case you see one you like. And look, we just split it right to the deck. I saw 1313, right to the High Priestess again. That was your first card out. We got that. There's a bunch of repeats in here already. Let's not fuss with that. I think that you are 100% right. I feel like with this Queen of Wands energy, which was on the other side when I split it, it's like you're in this, like, I'm hearing take no prisoners kind of mode where you all of a sudden are going to feel very invigorated about taking the next steps that you need to take in order to get yourself where you need to go. I'm loving this. And I feel almost like a sense of, I'm hearing righteous indignation almost, like where you take your power back from this situation. Whatever this was, it's almost no longer even of consequence to you. Now it's just about focusing on the future and what it's going to take to get you from here to there. These next little steps that will eventually get you a lot farther along. Okay, fair enough. You may have incidents where this person who affected you very deeply, or these people who affected you very deeply, are still kind of digging into your atmosphere. It's almost like they almost can't stop pestering you or something. You may have an ex call you out of the blue, and it may have been this person who caused all this drama. You may have people in a former friend group or career path that are constantly looking up your social media or activity. I feel like I'm reading for someone who's really quite quiet about sharing details of their life. So I doubt there's too much about you online for people to poke at, but you may have people coming out of the woodwork to just like irritate you. It feels like a very juvenile energy, immature. For some of you, this was in fact in a workplace, and you have a lot to say about that. This Nine of Wands is about creating healthy boundaries. It's okay to just not answer your phone. It's okay to block someone if it's just not a healthy relationship for you. It's okay to let people go, and it's okay to disappoint people. Yes. Oh, I do feel like you have people, specifically an ex-partner of some sort, who just will not let it go. And you may be getting a lot of, and we're still in a Mercury retrograde for a while now, for 2 more days, kids. So you may be feeling this where this person keeps coming back trying to apologize or something to you. And I just don't think you're buying it. And I don't think it would matter if you did buy it. I think you're just done and over it. I think you've seen that it wasn't healthy for you and you're done. Enough said, right? Oh, look at you. You got the Sun card out here with the, oh, look at that. Oh, so good. All so good. All right. So basically you've got the Sun card out here, which is Leo energy. Again, you got a lot of heavy Leo on here. With this 10 of Cups and this Chariot and this Page of Pentacles. Tells me you're ready to start over again. And you may have to start kind of what feels like from entry level or ground zero here. And that's okay. Sometimes that's what we need to do because you know what's important. You know what to keep and what to toss, right? With this Sun card, this is the happiest card in the deck. It's all about healing energy. It's warmth. It's fulfillment. It's health and vitality returning to you. And with this 10 of Cups, it's pretty much everything you could ever hope for. Some of you may go through this healing journey and find yourself bumping into a new soulmate of some sort. You may find yourself in a home that you never dreamed you could ever be in. You may find yourself on a career path that you weren't expecting to take, but something that is just so perfect for you, where you have an opportunity to not only help yourself, but to help others. Beautiful blessings. And with this Chariot card, that tells me that not only are you moving on physically in some way, you're moving on in all the ways, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, all the ways. This is really good energy, guys. And thank goodness. Oh, if this is your reading, kids, I wish you the very, very best. I'm sorry for the things that you've had to go through here. Sometimes life is like that, and sometimes we meet some messy characters along the ride, you know. But it looks like you are very smart. It looks like you are very intuitive, and it looks like you have manifested a new life for yourself, whether you know it right now or not. I feel like you have. I feel like you've made really, really good choices since separating yourself from this energy. And I think you are on the way to much, much better things. Yes, go ahead and clean out your life from top to bottom if that's what you feel motivated to do, and take one step at a time. And all of a sudden you'll find yourself in a new location before you know it. All right, I'm going to cut you guys loose. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you feel like this was your reading and you'd like a personal reading, all that information is in the About section of my channel as to how you can book with me. I love you all very much. Have a good day. To you all.